I can't breathe in this thing.
Coming up on cycle 500, and the only thing I've managed to kill is my frame rate. So I had the great idea of why I just grow some fish, right? So just grow some fish. Fish are good, you get food. I can feed everyone surf and turf, and they'll be happy. And then I took my eyes off it for a few hours. I could not tell you how many of those I have in there. Or there. But, you know what? My fridge. We have 40 kilos of surf and turf. Everybody eating good. I'm not really sure what what the hell. Like it seemed like a good idea at the time. And my computer is shockingly unhappy. I'm in pause. And it's still unhappy. That said, a few of these guys going. How many do I got in there anyway? 6. Okay, good. Feeding them all the sulfur I can until I run out of sulfur to feed them. And going into the glass pit, we're not making, like, this is running off of my single setup here. And between that and having to oxygenate a few other spots of the world and ship it to Cruddiel, not doing so well. Not doing so well at all. I've got a fair amount of water. I could have swore I had a second steam vent around here, but I can't find it. I'm positive I had a second steam vent. It's not you, you're a sulfur vent. That's why I have you listed at 1. Your CO2. Just as useless. I could have swore I had a second steam vent, but I guess not. So now, either I start looking for other sources of oxygen. Oh yeah, that's even worse. Or Cruddiel needs to start working on its own here. I thought, yeah, more sulfur. That's exactly what I need right now. A bunch of sulfur. And more chlorine. You're, what am you? Just. I get the more veteran players, those things would be really important, but they're kind of not to me. And then in the process of cleaning this out, this all kind of went dry. Because I was using too much at once. Which is weird. I'm not even using that much power here, to be honest. Current load of that. But I lost so much. Like this spent so much time overpressured, I just lost a whole bunch of that. And the only saving grace there is that I have a whole bunch of ethanol that was just laying around. So these guys kick in for like 2 seconds and the battery's full. Now you just watch this. But barely any load. And and done. But I suppose the thing I ought to do is I'm gonna need to start. I need a telescope. I gotta go up here, I gotta build a telescope. We're over here. It's a station, right? Stations. Nope, rocketry. Enclosed telescope. I'm gonna need you. And to be honest, you don't have any air. You don't keep air inside you, do you? Sunburn, blah, blah, blah. Words, words, words. And you still require an oxygen intake. Does that mean... Hang on a minute. You know, dude, things would work better if you didn't stand right in the doorway. Just saying. Maybe let the door... Thank you. Got somebody working here. What are you going to find out from me? And while we're here, what's the likelihood you're going to find anything out? What's your research? 9 science. I have a feeling I have someone better than that, but we'll just go with that. So what do we got here? A retired planetary excursion mod. Okay, so I get an artifact. Not what I'm looking for. Not at all what I'm looking for. A planet would be nice. Like a whole nother planet. And if I'm going to go that way, I suppose I should have a place to launch a rocket from, shouldn't I? One of these giant humps is going to have to get trimmed down. And then a whole lot of lead's got to go into radiation shielding. On the other side, I've got 14 dupes here. Not really doing a whole lot other than just keeping the place running, so that shouldn't take too long. Actually, I say that, and I've only got 4 suits, and I can't keep the, I can't keep them full of oxygen. Maybe it'll take a little longer than I thought. So it kind of dawned on me that I should be doing some astronomyizing from here too. The problem is that the only person I have with astronomy can't wear a suit and is 3 things away. They're also the only one with any amount of science. Anyone else has squat. Now apparently this thing doesn't actually require to be open to the sky. Not open to the sky. It doesn't have to be in space. Wiki says it doesn't have to be in space. Apparently it says diamond is an excellent radiation shield. So there's no reason why I wouldn't be able to pick a spot, probably over here. It's gonna be like 5, what? 5 tiles on either side? If I built this thing, or am I capable of building it here, or here, or something like that, and replacing a bunch of this with diamond? Would that work? Wiki, you better not lie to me. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to build it over here in the corner. Go here. It's going to look straight up, and we're going to mine a bunch of this junk out, and then replace a bunch of it with diamond tiles. Seeing as I've got a ton of diamond here. Over here. Several tons of diamond, as a matter of fact. I should be able to swap out a bunch of these for diamond tiles. Don't mind that. And then I'll see how many I need. This whole radiation thing is still kind of new to me, but it shouldn't be an issue. Like that. I shouldn't fry too many of them. We have discovered Rutera, which has slime molds, CO2, salt water, and aluminium. Well, it's not terrible. It's got a hydrogen vent. I mean, it's got a hydrogen vent and a saltwater geyser. So it's got power and it's got water, and it's got a way to cool this hydrogen off so it doesn't fry a pump. Ooh, and gold is pretty cool though. Barren, tundra, forest. So there's bees I don't know how to use. Cannot view planetoid. Of course, I gotta go there first. So over here. Yeah, it's gonna take me a long time. I have to chisel out a great big huge spot and build my first rocket. See, in 50 some cycles or so, I guess. Well, clearly I misread something. And that's gonna need to go outside. Bit of an issue is I don't have any rad suits here. And the radiation here is a bit more harsh than the home planetoid. I guess these gotta come out for rad suit bays, right? That's just the way it's gonna work. It's just the way it's gonna work. Thankfully, I'll have to ship a bunch of glass over here, which isn't an issue. It's not that much of a problem. Let's see here, stations. Get me out of whatever. Yeah, just whatever. Yeah, I'll just ship them. I got a forge here, don't I? Yeah, I do. I have. Oh, I sent them some glass already. Or no, I got a care package with glass. That was it. Okay, well, you guys are going to come out here and you're going to build a... you're going to build me another set of docks. That's the way it's got to go, right? Did I say a few cycles? I meant about 100 and some. Realize I need to hurry up. I need to do some exploring. This. Back to Busines. All the way up here. I hope I'm doing this right. I really do. This is supposed to have a range of like 3 or 4 or something like that. 6 tiles. I'm only going 2. Going to Rutera. It's got slime and rads and a bunch of other stuff. And I just want to go there. So to do that, I have to build a rocket. We're going to try CO2 first. CO2 is not an issue whatsoever. Eventually, oh yeah, something here will get built. I had to rerun the whole carbon dioxide line. This got filled up and everything moved a bit, and then it all remembered, oh yeah, it's minus 60 in here, and then all the pipes broke. So inside this module, which looks like an absolute effing mess, because it's all still under construction. I send 2 people. So I got 2 beds, an outhouse, a hand sanitizer because it only takes up like 1 by 3. Some power, an arrow pot for deck. I couldn't think of what else to put there. Generator, a battery, Atmos suit. The problem, like, oh my god. I'm hoping that when they build the part that goes on top of this, it blocks some of that. Because there is no way I'm going to cram a lead suit dock in here. That, like, the lead suit dock is 4 high and like 4 high and 2 wide. Stations. Yeah. So I lose the bottom half of everything with lead suits. The plan is that I give them a bunch of red pills and have them bury themselves as soon as possible. Let's see here. Me, do I not have red pills? Did I somehow never make... Where are we here? You. Give me some basic red pills. 10. Give me 10. 5 days worth of red pills. It's going to be 5 kilos. That should be nothing at all. I have a feeling I don't have any algae left here. I have a feeling that guy shipped all my algae off planet. Thought I saw some more. Just enough to generate a couple of cycles worth of... Oh my god, do I not have any? Algae. Where do I still got 7 tons of algae? Oh, hang on, I know where. It's tied up in a, it's tied up in my nature preserve. That I don't want to take apart because I'd like to keep that. Wasn't there more? I seem to recall. Anyway, if I still have algae, is it here? Where is it? Okay, cool. So I can give them a bunch of algae. So they can run an oxygen diffuser somewhere under all of this crap. You get some you get the last of my algae because you're going to need it on the new world. I don't know what kind of food is going to be available there. I don't think I have any. Do I have any oxalate left? Oxalate would be good too. No oxalate. You lie. I have oxalate right there. And right there. And the moment I put it into that spot, it's all going to diffuse. So maybe that's not an option. Don't turn back on yet. Fridge isn't built yet. Thankfully I have a healthy 7-digit number worth of food, which is an awful lot of berry sludge. Farming that hardcore the whole time, so we're going to give them 100 kilos worth of berry sludge. And after that... Oh yeah, so a couple developments over on Crudiel. Turn the place into a plastic factory. Yeah, I could generate oil. I've chosen not to. Instead, we're gonna we're going to depend on our slimy little friends here to both deal with our carbon dioxide issue and a little oil production. And then I realized the value of... I understand how the industrial brick works. I really do. I also understand the value of blocking off parts of the base so you don't have to worry about pressurizing them. So this is, we have an unbroken, an almost unbroken seam to here. Yeah, to here. Because every now and then, for the longest time, I pumped up an awful lot of stuff from down here, and somehow ethanol kept getting into the water supply and barfing out here, and you can see it all. You can see it all in there. Here you are, have a way out. This is all working. These are on those are emergency gens. We're making a bunch of plastic, and that whole chunk of the base, as well as this and this, I chose to isolate. Just so by rights I should pump them down. Just to get the oxygen out of there. But the rest of the base is doing fine. They're supplying me the plastic I need to improve morale everywhere, including here. And I'm going to have to learn how to tame a volcano or two. That's a chlorine vent. Those two are minor volcanoes, and I would really like both the power and the igneous rock. Because power means not how... These would just run constantly, right? I can hook them up to a steam bag, some kind of steam, whatever. Once I go look at the right tutorials. Pair up, talk with my hands again. A couple of steam generators, or 3, with one of them inside, and they'll just run constantly to generate base, like static power load. Meaning I don't have to worry as much about what to do. Coal has never been an issue all game. Hydrogen's not been an issue all game, neither is natural gas. But it doesn't mean I don't want to generate as much goddamn power as possible. Natural gas is absolutely not a problem. Because at some point, I may have... No, cooling will become an issue eventually. This here's pretty warm. It's being kind of bludgeoned back. It's... I chose to keep all this cold up here, the insulated tile. It's kind of being beaten back by the cold up here, but it is starting to go up in a few spots. This here... Any brine that comes out of this spot over there, or out of my metal refineries, comes down here at a nice, cool 20 to 30 degrees. Keeps them nice and cool. Keeps that nice and cool, steam burbles off there. This got a little low a couple of times because I kept shipping too much up. Other than that, you're in trouble, buddy. You were in a bad way. You got rad bolted a few times, didn't you? That'll be an issue eventually. I will worry about that in the future. But now, I need to start doing the space stuff because I ran out of data banks. I don't know if I researched the right stuff off the bat, but I researched everything up to that wall. And I was going for... Got this launcher guy. So you can shoot resources at another planet, which seems like a great way to get stuff there. And I was trying for this drill cone, so I could just send a rocket off to gather stuff. I don't have... I may skip the petroleum engine and go straight to hydrogen. I have a feeling I'm going to do that. Hydrogen is a nice... Hydrogen is something that's not a problem whatsoever. And then... Star map. Ruterra has a hydrogen vent. So I could theoretically lift off from here, refuel, and then go somewhere else. Theoretically. It's also got a gold and aluminium volcano, and I would like those resources a lot. The CO2 geyser is not much more interesting. The salt. So it's got water. It's got water and it's got power. Right? Which is... that's a functioning colony. They can eat gristleberries for all I care once I get there. And it's at forest, so it'll have the trees. It'll have the trees, which means ethanol, which means more renewable power. And I like that idea too. This radioactive stuff, I have no idea how to deal with that. I will flat out say, I have no idea how to deal with that. Because I have no desire to go into nuclear power, because bad things always happen when I play a game involving nuclear power. Just gonna put that out there. So I have watched a few bits on interior rocket design. Two people. They need a place to poo and stay clean. They need oxygen. A diffuser. I have to recharge the, or at least fill up this atmosuit checkpoint. So I'll go with the mini gas pump. You need to filter out. I know there's a way to do gas filtering without this thing. I don't understand it yet. This is what you get with a blind. This is what you get as you're learning while you play. That and then everything else it doesn't like. Yes, I watch Francis John. Anything else is just going to go into this pipe. And it's going to do that. It should be just carbon dioxide. I shouldn't get shouldn't get much polluted oxygen out of there. Bedroom. I'll fill this fridge with berry sludge, and it'd be good for a long time. I've got room for one more storage thing. I'll probably send a bunch of metal over with them. Not sure what. But there should be enough of everything in here. I could probably just send them with a bunch of steel. You make whatever you can make out of ore, you can make out of steel anyway. And they'll just dismantle the whole thing, and I'll have a bunch of materials. That's the theory. So if you're wondering where the crews are going to come from, Crudiow is as set up as it's ever going to be. I need to leave behind someone who knows how to run a couple people know how to run oil refineries. Preferably one of them needs to have animal handling. How did I forget that? Critter handling. They don't even really need a cook. I mean, I could theoretically send all of this sleet wheat back and process it into berry sludge. And that would probably be more efficient, because I can just teleport them 400,000 calories of berry sludge every now and then, and they'll be fine. Yeah, and other than that, anything else they need, I could just literally start shipping everything in this planet off-world. Like, I could literally just ship all of it. There's really not much left to build. There's... I don't really need... Like, I'm... Plastic is sorted for a while. Plastic is sorted for quite a while. What's it, 1? What's that? 96? Here, 96, and 96, and 96, and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... and change. How much crude oil? Just tell me how much crude oil I have. Probably can't, can you? Crude oil. Yeah, it doesn't tell me because none of it's in a... because none of it is in a box. It's telling me just what's in the pipeline. One, what? 70... I don't know. 70,000 kilos of crude oil, which would turn into 35,000 kilos of petroleum, which would turn into... that 70, that's in grams. An astronomical amount of plastic. And if I ever have a problem, I can tap a well. Which would be a bit, well, no, I've got water. Got a bit of water. But yeah, I could probably draw down half the crew from here. We'll just skill scrub them, teach them rocketry, and send them off. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. We'll pick the... what are we here? Give me... God, you guys have a lot of skill points. You've got that. You actually want critter ranching, so I can leave you here. Here, tell you what. Congratulations. You're a critter rancher. Otto, you are now a lifelong inhabitant of Cruddiel. Enjoy your stay. Nisbet has... You don't like rocketry. One of you has to like rocketry. There we are. Hassan. Actually, you essentially have all the required skills as it is. I may not... if I don't scrub you, you're going to lose your mind in the capsule. I'll make a decision. How do you only have 3? Oh, I only picked 3 skills for you. How far away am I from house and home? 29. What do I need? 16? Maintain whatever? How's that work? If I build a monument, I can win the game? I wish I'd researched the appropriate stuff then. Well, I'll make some decisions, and then by next episode, hopefully I will not send a shuttle full of dead people to another planet. I'll see you in the future.